Welcome to another episode of 21 Must Knows for Every Woman. Today we're at number 20, which is about how you should feel safe being imperfect. Exactly, feel safe being imperfect. Because the truth is, at one point or another, we all get trapped in that perfection trap. We think that we have to get everything right every single time. And you know what that creates? It doesn't create perfect moments. Instead, it creates anxiety. And the thing about anxiety is that once you overthink something, you stop experimenting. You stop allowing yourself to grow. You stop allowing yourself to understand, because you become so obsessed with the fine details that in the broader picture don't even matter. I have this problem. So every now and again, I find myself overthinking simple things. Even those around me would be like, come on, Nasedi, you know this, you've done this so many times. But because I keep on getting anxious, because I keep thinking I have to be perfect, what I could do like in 2 minutes ends up taking 2 days. I've even had experiences where it took 2 weeks. And only when I decided, you know what, whatever the outcome, I'm just going to do my best. That's when things move, because that's a secret to it all. Growth comes when you fail. Let me rephrase that. Growth comes in safe failure. And I'm emphasizing on the safe part because those around us really influence who we become. This is why we always emphasize on having good friendships, having healthy relationships. Because when it happens, not if it happens, when it happens that you do something and you don't get it right, those around you need to give you that support to say, okay, look, you messed up, but I believe in you, get back up. When you find yourself in that kind of environment, the anxiety goes down because you realize, okay, if I do get it wrong, I have a support structure. I won't be destroyed. And it even reminds me of a Bible verse that I love so much. And it's about how a righteous man falls 7 times and rises. That means when you fall, no matter how many times you fall, you need to just stand up. God expects us to stand up. And that's how we keep moving in life. I remember also another experience where I was working somewhere, and because I was so obsessed with being perfect, because I didn't qualify for that course, for that position rather, I didn't do the course for it. So I always felt like I needed to prove myself. I always needed to make sure that my colleagues had nothing to criticize. And eventually I left that toxic environment. But when I looked back, I realized that in that whole period of trying to be perfect, I didn't learn. I didn't grow as an individual because I was never trying new things. I wasn't allowing God to even speak to me. I wasn't allowing Him to give me new ways of approaching things that maybe they've been getting wrong. But because I don't know the normal procedure, God could have inspired me, but He couldn't, because I became so anxious. I shut down and I only did what I thought was right. And because of that, I left there pretty unsatisfied. So, tip for you, which I use, every time I find myself in a position where I realize that I'm overthinking it, I'm trying to be perfect, I remember that in the past, failure never killed me. Failure never destroyed me, and I've learned, I have become who I am today. I've matured, I've grown because of the mistakes that I've made. I've dusted myself off and I stood back up. And this is something I remind myself because it's a lifelong thing. It's in our journey, we will always want to do the best. And sometimes the best, we end up twisting it to become perfect. So that's all I have for you. Remember that you don't have to be perfect. Keep going, learn from your mistakes, and make sure you have the right support structure around you. Thank you so much.